Hello there, and welcome to the game that is PGA Tour 2K25. Let's get into this. Today we stand in front of a par 4 to start out with. Let's rip this one in the middle of the fairway and take it from there. Nice swing on that. And with that, you have begun. Best of luck to you. And second shot here on the first. And from the green side, sand. Looking for an up and down here. Well, that's no good. Well, grab a new ball and take it from there. And this is your fifth shot. Okay, out of that bunker onto the green now. That's good stuff. Now, let's see what we can do with that long putt. And here we have a very long putt to contend with. All right, a little tap putt here. Next. Currently 3 over par for the day. All right, let's go. We got a par 4 on the second hole. Setting up here on the first cut of rough. Well, your approach is heading a little leftward. Let's get out of this green side rough cleanly. Getting some extra practice in this rough. Good to get a feel for it. That's a safe shot. This one's 24 feet away. And this one's going pretty hard right to left. Oh, no. Here we go for the double bogey. 5 over par currently. Careful out there. Wind's going left to right on this hole. That isn't too good, is it? And here's your second shot on the third. All right, this one's out of the rough, and it might have too much on it. Okay. Yeah, let it go. Let this one go. I know it's far away, but these are the ones you just want to get close. That's well done from there. Maybe we'll get the next one to go. And sitting at 5 over par for the day. And fourth hole coming up. Yeah, you definitely didn't hit the sweet spot with that one. Setting up here just in the first cut. I think you got a little too much of the ball out of the rough here. This could take you down to 4 over par. Oh, what do we have here? Still on track. Oh, yes, that'll go down. Nicely done. Well, let's rewind and watch that again and see how this went down. Got a right to left breeze on this hole. Hey, I see you've put a draw on this one. Nice shot into this green. Good work. And 5 feet left to go. You might be on your way to quite a little streak here. 2 birdies in a row. And you're 3 over on your round. All right, nice clean swing here on the 6th hole. We got a par 4 ahead of us. Oh man, you launched that. Careful of this one, fairway bunker. Not sure what's going to happen here. It looks like another shot from the sand here. Well, you did get out of that bunker. A lot of work left to do with the putter, though. All right, this one for par. Oh! This one's 8 feet away. No bit too much power into that putt. Okay, we're moving on. Let's get this next hole. And you're currently 5 over for the day. Okay, here's the par 4 7th. Well, that'll happen. Hitting into an elevated green, we might need more club. Come on, ball, get up there. Setting up with a sandy old lie. All right, we're out of that sand. That's the main thing. Here we go. Drop this and save that par. Just a little too much pace on that one. And 6 over par on the round. Okay, here we go. 8th hole, par 5. Let's do it. That's an oopsie. Okay, ball's above your feet. You might want to aim a little bit more to the right. Setting up here from the deep stuff. All right, back in the fairway. Now, to the green. Okay, about 215 yards or so to the pin. Okay, green is elevated. Okay, sixth shot. Unlucky. And setting this one up with the ball below your feet. And the ball is below your feet, and that's going to tend to send it to the right. And we've reached the shot limit on this one. We're going to push on to the next hole. Okay, this hole, we got a tailwind to deal with. Oh, I think this one's going to chase out a bit further. All right, let's have a good second shot here on the ninth. Nice. Here we go. Birdie putt coming up. All right, 10th hole here, and we have a par 5. That sounded a little bit off. A little wayward there. Setting up here in the rough, and it's a deep lie. No two ways about it. Well, that won't do, will it? All right, pretty safe shot. I like it. Playing it cool. We're on the green. That's good. Well, this has my attention. This putt's for par. Let's see what you can do. And there we go. Okay, this one's a short par 4. Oh, she's coming in nice to the fairway, I think. Here's our second shot on hole number 11. From here, who knows what could happen, but I'm eager to find out. A little bit too firm on that one. 12 feet left to the hole. And there's your par. Well done. Okay, wind's picking up a bit. We got a headwind on this one. Okay, I know you can do it. I know it's not the easiest putt in the world, but I've got confidence in you. Ooh, flying by the hole. And that's definitely unplanned, but it's not the worst thing in the world. All right, here's a 5-foot putt. Oh my, that's too bad. Okay, let's sink this and grab the double bogey. And that putt safely in its home. And let's see what happens here on the 13th hole. That's a poor place for a tree. Ooh, into the drink. Good stuff. Okay, here's your 4th. About a dozen feet to the hole from here. Starts off pretty straight, I think, and then heads to the left. All right, bogey putt drops. Wind is blowing left to right. Well, that's too bad. All right, here's our second shot on the 14th. Playing a little draw shot here. Okay, this is your eagle chance. Let's not squander it. Oh, this one's starting out okay. All right, got most of the way there. That shows some resilience. Birdied this one after a bogey on the last. Well done. All right, here's the par 3 15th hole. Might be flying the green here. Setting up a 12-foot putt here. Oh, almost. Hopefully we can settle things here with a bogey. Well, that hole's behind us. Let's move on. All right, let's get it going. 16th hole, par 4. You know what to do. Something was a little bit off on that one. Be careful with this one. We're in the deep stuff. Ooh, that's unlucky. Okay, hitting into an elevated green here. It's going towards the sand. Okay, and from the green side bunker, let's nestle this one in nice and close. Here we go, 30 feet away. Yeah, this one's going a bit to the right. Looks like you got a line on this. Oh, okay, just a few more inches to go. And let's take a peek at our scorecard after that one. Got a headwind to deal with on this hole. Nicely done, well judged. And if this drops, you'll get your birdie here. Ooh, wish I could have given you that one. Here we go, tapper on in, and we'll head on to the next hole. Here we go. We've made it to 18, and this is a par 5. And there's some fantastic golf putting for eagle. Best of luck on this one. We've got a lot of real estate to cover here. And I think this one's breaking to the left. All right, here's a 7-foot putt. Ooh, almost. And time seemed to fly by, didn't it? Just like that, the putt drops and your round is over. All right, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for playing, and we will see you soon. Hello and welcome to this finals event. Nice par 4 in front of us as we kick things off. Cork that first drive into the fairway and we'll take it from there. It's not your best swing, but we'll get through this. Setting up in the bunker. You're out of the bunker, and I've seen closer sand shots before, but on the green now, it's a plus, right? And a 4-foot putt. Starting the day at even par here. Good to see. And we have a little bit of wind to deal with on this hole. And this is looking to be about 155 yards out. Okay, you're on the green. You're just super far away from the cup. That's my only complaint. All right, if you can sink this, snatch a birdie and be on our way. This one's a 9-footer. Nice putt. Let's See what happens here on the third hole. Well done. Okay, about 170 yards to the pin. And that green slopes away from you, so this approach could go a little long if you're not careful. Okay, you landed that little ball on the green. That's step one. Now you got a big putt to deal with. And this one's for bird. This one's 7 feet away. Right by. Just one over at the moment. And sliding into this par 4 fourth hole. Let's see what you can do. I think this will end up in the fairway. Oh, yeah, that's gonna do just nicely. Great way to bounce back. Nice birdie on this one after that bogey on the last. Heads up, wind's going right to left on this one. Great swing on that one. Nice approach. This putt's around 19 feet away. This one's going left to right. Pretty hard too. Oh, so close. Good luck here. This is for par. And after that one, currently sitting at even par. And we have a par 4 here on the 6th. That's not going to be good. And here we go for the birdie. This one's got a pretty steep left to right break. Starting this one out pretty good. Oh, continuing to look good. Yes! Drops it on in there. What a putt. And after that one, you're going down to 1 under. And the 7th hole, we have a par 4. Nothing wrong with that. This shot is clocking in at 195 yards away. Well, unfortunately, we missed the green here. All right, setting up now in the bunker. Let's see what you got. Ooh, not good. Bad kick to the left here. All right, not a whole lot of work left to do here. Nice shot. This one's about 15 feet. Okay, you're starting this out to the left. I see what you're doing. And I know you know, but this is triple bogey coming up here. And you are currently 2 over. Okay, this hole is a par 5. It's on the shorter end of the spectrum. And we're setting up here about 210 or so from the pin. Might be a little too much power into this one. Well, you've got a long putt ahead of you by that. It's way better than I expected. Good job. And if you can this, that'll be for eagle. This one's around 15 feet away. Yeah, I think this putt's going to break to the right. Almost. And just drop this on in and you'll get a par. All right, in there for a 3-putt par. Okay, 2 over par at the moment. And the 9th hole is ready for us. Hopefully you're ready for it. Oh, into the water. Setting up for our 3rd shot. And that was a tee shot. And that one will sneak into that 2nd cut of rough. Maybe a member's bounce to the left. All right, if you can get this to go, it is yeah, it's worth celebrating. We'll put it that way. This one's way out there. Let's see what goes down. "10 feet to the cup." Ooh, just missed. And here's our look at the triple bogey. All right, let's give this one a tap in and move to the next. All right, here we go on the 10th hole, par 5. Have a good drive. That's, yeah, be nice to have that one back. And this one might have too much on it from the rough. You have a very long putt ahead of you here. And from there, not a bad result. Oh, almost. About 9 feet to the hole from here. All right, let's drop this for double. Okay, teeing off now on the par 4 11th. Unlucky. Approach shot worked out just fine. This one's 19 feet out. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, here's a par putt. And your score is 8 over par currently. Here we go now on the 12th. Heading left. Wow. Well, better luck next time. And from the greenside sand, let's have a nice out here. All right, this exceeds the limit of my mathematics estimation skills. I'll just say you're extremely far from the cup. All right, way closer than you were. Not a bad effort there. This one's just a 5-footer. And the 13th presents us with a par 5. Oh dear, look at that go. Let's check our distance twice as we set up from the elevated position here. Nice little draw onto this one. And this one from 31 feet. I think this is going to go right to left. Not a bad result from that distance. And with that, we will move on to the next. And currently sitting at 9 over. And now the 14th hole. This one's a par 5. Yikes. Setting up here, looking at an elevated green. Okay, you're putting now. That's about all I can say about this long putt coming up. Ooh, right by. And this putt's around 7 feet. And that one drops for your 4th birdie of the day. I'm liking that. All right, that leaves you at 8 over par. And teeing this one up on the 15th hole. Well, that's no good. I think this is getting sandy. All right, time to get out of the bunker. Let's do this. Oh my goodness, is this gonna go down? There it is. Okay, here we go. Par 4, 16th hole. Ooh, a little bit off on that swing. Make sure you check your swing meter. Okay, we're pretty deep into this rough. Gonna need a good hack at this. Okay, here's our 3rd shot. I don't know if this one has enough from the rough. Oh, hello. This will be for bogey. And you're currently sitting at 9 over par. Okay, par 3, 17th hole is next. Looks like this one's going left. Well, missed the green there on that one. Oh, how dialed are you today? Look at that one. And you've got this much left to save par on this one. This putt's moving to the left up the hill. All right, that'll work from that distance. And hopefully this streak doesn't continue. That's for your 2nd bogey in a row here. Let's see how you do here on the 18th. Good shot. All right, on the green and under regulation, you got a putt for eagle, and that's fantastic. Okay, and this is, I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Way far away from the cup. Let's try to get this close. Starting this way out to the right. Let's watch it. All right, you drop that putt, and we're done here. Hopefully I'll find something to do until the next time. And that's just about it for me. Thank you for taking me around the course today. Had a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll do it again soon. Big hello to you from myself, John McCarthy. Pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Things are going to happen for us today. I got a feeling. Starting things off today with a par 4. Let's nestle this first drive up there in the fairway, and we'll be on our way. Second shot here on the first. Hitting into this green with a bit of a down slope, and don't want this one to get away from you. Ooh, nicely done. We're out of the bunker. Safe shot on the green. Well, this one's on a line. Oh, birdie putt as well. That could have been good. And after that first hole, we are at even par. And we are working with the tailwind on this hole. Well, you made good contact with that one. Taking a look at the elevated green from here. Well done out of the bunker. And here we have a 16-foot putt. And for bogey. And you're sitting at 1 over par at the moment. And this one's a par 4 here on the third. Beauty of a swing there. Okay, we are setting up in the rough. We got a bit of a break. It looks to be, as far as lies go, a pretty good one in the rough. Yeah, this one might be a bit much out of the rough. Oh, the chip just slides by. And this will save your par. Nicely done. And here we go. We got a par 4 on this fourth hole. All right, let's piece out of this sand. I think it'll land in the fairway. Could head into the rough, though. And this next one coming out of the rough. Okay, we could save par here with this putt. A slight break, if any, to the right on this one. Ooh. About 6 feet to go here. All right, you're sitting at 2 over. All right, you know what to do. Par 3 here on the 5th. This shot's looking good. Nice little draw. Quite the view from here, way out on the green. Good luck. Here's a 6-foot putt. And right now you're 2 over. Wind is blowing left to right on this one. Here's our second shot on this 6th hole. This one's going left. Well played out of the sand. We're on the green. All right, drop this par putt. Let's do it. Oh, come on. Come on, ball. Yeah, just a tap. And the putt drops. Teeing off now on the 7th. Shake it off. Okay, let's check our distance twice. Well, from the sand, I don't think this has enough. Setting up here on the first cut. And this putt from 10 feet. This starts off pretty straight and then goes a bit to the left. Nice, dropping that down in the cup for par. Well done. Okay, here we go. Par 5 for the 8th. We're in the deep stuff. You might need a club or 2 extra on this shot. And nicely done. We're back in the fairway. And this one's about 210 from the pin. Let's get up and out of here. Okay, we're leaving that sand behind us in the distant past. Let's grab the putter. And you're 3 over at the moment. We've got a long par 4 staring us down on this one. And here's our second shot on the 9th. And just put this one in its home. It's a long way from home, but I have faith. Okay, par putt coming up. Currently sitting at 3 over par. Okay, 10th hole, par 5, let's go. All right, second shot on the 10th. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. It happens. Okay, third shot. That green slopes away from us a little bit. Gotta be careful we don't go too far. All right, I think he caught a little too much of this one from the rough. All right, here we go for the birdie. Oh, that was almost in. All right, let's see how this next hole is playing. Here comes the 11th hole. Would you look at the distance on this? And from the green side bunker, looking for an up and down here. Okay, let's get out of this bunker. Good stuff. Out of the bunker. We're on the green. We got some work to do still, but no sand for us. I'll take that from that type of distance. And that puddle drop. The wind's blowing out there, right to left. Okay, you're on the green. You're somewhere on the green. Don't even know if you'll see the hole from there. Bit long on that one. And now this from 13 feet. There we go. Nice little putt there. That's for your par. Okay, here we have a par 5 on the 13th. You might need a club or two extra from here. This is really deep. Okay, still in the rough after that shot, but we made progress. Okay, we're setting up with an elevated green. You might want a little more distance. And we are in the deep stuff currently. Let's get out of here now. That's just too bad. Oop, that's no good. This approach is into an elevated green. All right, setting up here deep in the spinach. Okay, using that downslope, running it down towards the green. That was a good one. Ooh, tough hole this one. Let's sink this and shake that off. I know it's been a rough hole out there for us. I just want you to know I'm here for support. Next is the 14th hole. This one's a par 5. Oh dear gracious, you just tattooed that one. And from the fairway sand. And I don't think you got enough club on this one out of the sand. All right, let's drop her on in there, save our par, and get on our way. And there we go. That's going to work. Well done. And here is the par 3 15th. I like the shape on this. Nice little draw. Well, that'll work for you. For the birdie. This one's breaking pretty hard to the right. Oh, right by. Now you've got a 7-foot putt. Just, yeah, a little too much on there. Okay, next hole coming up. Let's see what happens here on the 16th. You managed to get a good swing on that. You know, this is very, very sandy in this. And I don't think you had enough out of the sand here. Oh, well done out of that sand. And now on to the par 3 17th. I think we're going left here. Oops, right into the tree. This one's your third. Okay, green side sand. Let's see what you have. Oh, look on the bright side. You get the putter going now. Bit of a monster putt, but you're not in the sand. Oh my goodness. And 7 feet to the cup. Okay, on to the 18th. We have a par 5. Okay, from the green side sand. Hopefully we get up and down from here. Okay, out of that sand and on to the green. I'm liking it. 9 feet to the cup. Oh, bad break. Okay, the par putt drops, and that's it for you. And that's going to do it for me. My job's done. Hopefully, we'll see you again around here real soon, though. Hello to you, my name's John, welcoming you to the finals here. Looking forward to this final round of the event here with you, hoping for good things, sending good thoughts your way. This one could end up in the rough, not sure though. Okay, second shot here on the first. Coming out of the deep stuff, might not be enough. I'll take that. Nicely played. Okay, this will save your par. Let's go. Ooh, that was close. 9 feet to go. And starting the round above par, but there's lots more golf left to play today, so don't worry about that just yet. And the wind is picked up. We got a tailwind to deal with. Well, that won't work. And second shot here on the second hole. All right, hitting into an elevated green. That is not what you want. Okay, this is in the light rough. This shouldn't be too bad. Oh, might not even get to the green. Ooh, this one's taking a nasty turn to the left. Yep, that'll work from there. And this one for the triple bogey. Oh, look at this thing. And the putt goes down. Fantastic work. Teeing up on hole number 3. And this is about 165 yards or so to the pin. That was good stuff. This one's 9 feet away. This one's breaking just a touch left to right. Oh, man. All right, give this a tap. Okay, and moving on, let's take a look at our leaderboard. Okay, a longer par 4 on this hole. Well, that's unlucky. You didn't deserve that. And second shot here on the 4th. Fingers crossed for a nice up and down out of this greenside bunker. Nicely played out of that bunker. And this next putt for par. Oof. This one's just a 4-foot putt. And you're currently sitting at 5 over. Okay, careful of the headwind out there. And this putt for the birdie. I think we got a bit of a tilt to the right on this putt. Oh! Just a little 3-footer left for this one. 5 over par currently. Here we go with the 6th hole. We have a par 4. Ooh, we ended up in the deep rough here. This is a very, very long putt, but I have confidence in you. This is an uphill putt and moving to the left. And not a bad effort from where you were. And here we go, par putt coming up. Okay, let's see what the next hole has for us. All right, 7th hole now, and it's a par 4. This is out of the second cut here. This one's coming around, nice little draw. I'm okay with that. 25 feet from the cup. Pretty sure this putt's a fairly straight one. This one's looking decent. Oh, it was a good stroke. Almost had the birdie. Oh, just a tap in here. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard after that. Wind's blowing from our backs on this one. Look out. All right, second shot on the 8th. Good job. All right, setting up now at about 200 yards away. I'm sure that's not what you wanted, but sometimes these things happen. Okay, setting up here with an elevated green ahead. Okay, here's your 5th. All right, that one's on the green. We're going to focus on the positives and just worry about that extremely long putt in a little bit. Oh, this putt's around 5 feet away. A little too hard. Okay, let's head to the next. All right, you're at 8 over currently. And we can cap off the front 9 with a par 4. We've got about 235 from here. That's a shame. Okay, positive thoughts. Let's save par right here. Just a little too much power. And here's a 13-footer. Good work on that putt. That's for bogey. And currently sitting at 9 over. Wind's picking up out there. We got a headwind on this hole. Looks like this tee shot's coming in for a safe landing. Let's see what you have on the second shot here on the 10th. Well, this shot might go into the rough. And that one rolled into the deep stuff, unfortunately. That was well played. Ooh, setting up for birdie here. Ooh, that's too bad. All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. Tap her on in. Okay, par 4 here on the 11th. Beautiful swing. And from the fairway bunker. Nicely out of the sand, but big putt coming up. Well, this one's looking good so far. Continues to look good. And it drops. Well done. Fantastic putt. And that's 8 over par at the moment. Let's see what happens here on the 12th hole. Really nice swing. Oh, come on, come on. This one's a 7-footer. And you're currently sitting at 9 over par. And this is a par 5 hole, pretty lengthy one as well. This one's looking pretty good. All right, this one's around 155 yards from the pin. Well, you're on the green. I can't ask for more than that. Okay, let's ask for more. I would have been nice if you're a little bit closer. All right, here we go. This one for the birdie. There's a way to bounce back. Birdie on this one after bogeying the last. I like it. Okay, the wind's blowing on this one, right to left. Oh, that's too bad. Hitting into an elevated green here. We're going to need a little extra club, I think. A little bit to the right on the approach here. Oh, let's go. Get in that hole. Boom, you dropped that one, and that's back-to-back birdies. And on to the 15th hole, par 3 coming up. This one's going to get a little gritty here in the sand. All right, a bit of work left to do here, but we're out of the sand. 13 feet left to the hole. Oh, too bad. And this one for bogey. And now this from 12 feet. This one for triple bogey. And down it goes. Well done. Wind blowing left to right on this one. Okay, coming out of the rough here. And you want this one to stick nice on that green. Bit of a down. Nice chip. Fantastic. And that'll do. And here. And that bunker will be in play. Let's not get in that. Well, something went wrong there. This putt's left to save par. Oh! Here's an 11-footer. Here's an uphill putt moving to the left. No, that was tough. It's a little bit too hard on that one. And now the 18th hole. This one's a par 5. Little shot there. Okay, that green is well below us, so we might need a little less club. Nicely done, playing a little draw shot. Okay, this is a doozy. This is not for the faint of heart, this putt. Hopefully, you can get this close. Looking really good. And the final putt drops, and that is for birdie. And as this one comes to an end, that's 11 over for you. And with that, I will leave you to your own devices. Thank you for the round, and I'll see you next time.